All right, everybody, let's look at today's lesson. So today we're going to talk about the area of a triangle, okay? So we're going to solve the area of a triangle using sine. Well, what the heck? Okay, let's go to what we know. We know the area of a triangle. Normally, area is 1/2 base times height. But the problem is, in this problem right here, we don't know the height. But there's another way to do it. If you don't know the height, there's another way to do it. Luckily for the sines, the law of sines, we can do this. Okay, so here's how it works. We want to take 1/2. Now these are adjacent sides. The adjacent side times the other adjacent side times the sine of the angle. That's it. So real quick example. In this case, let's make up some numbers. Let's say this happens to be, 10 centimeters. And let's say this happens to be, 12 centimeters. We don't need to know anything about the opposite. So the area of this triangle simply is this. We're just going to go area is equal to 1/2 10 times 12 times the sine of, well, I need an angle. Let's say this angle is, 73 degrees, okay? Times the sine of 73 degrees. We get a calculator, which I don't have with me. I'll grab one real quick. So we're just going to type this in my calculator and go 1/2 times 10 times this 12 times the sine of 73 degrees, and that's my area. I never needed the height at all. Didn't need the base times the height at all, so the area is about 57.4 centimeters squared. Okay, so let's use that information. Let's take a look at the area of this triangle, okay? So, first of all, you have to know side, angle, side. Okay, and I know that. I've got an angle, side, but I need side, angle, side, so I'm going to get angle G first by just subtracting from 180, because I need side, angle, side. So I'm going to go 180 minus the sum of my 58 degrees plus my 38 degrees. And I'm just going to go, okay, 180 minus the sum of 58 plus 38. I get an answer of about 84 degrees. So angle G is 84 degrees. So I'm going to put that in there. That's going to be helpful, okay? Now the area is easy. This would be my adjacent side, my other adjacent side. I'll use my formula up here. I'm just going to go 1/2 area equals 1/2 adjacent times my other adjacent times the sine of 48. Okay, and I'm just going to use my calculator to do that. I'm going to go 0.5 times the 4.8 times the 5.5 times the sine of 48, and that's the area of the triangle, about 9.8. That's the area, is about 9.8. Okay, now, well, I guess we have more work to do because it also says find the missing sides. Well, I'm only missing one side, and that's side G, right? So I'm going to find side G. If I have opposites, I'm going to use the law of sines. I don't need the law of cosines. The law of sines is easier. So I'll set up my opposites, right? And I'll say, okay, well, I'm just going to set up my little g over the sine of 84 equals 5.5 over the sine of 58. And I will cross multiply, right? Multiply that up here, cross multiply, and get little g is 5.5 sine of 84 over my sine of 58. Make sure I close my parentheses, my calculator. I'm just going to go 5.5 sine of 84 divided by, close my parentheses, divided by sine of 58, and I get an answer of about 6.45. So that's side G Side G is about 6.45 centimeters. Okay, all right. Area. Let's turn the page. Okay, and again, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Okay, so area. Oh my goodness, look at this. Well, I need triangles. I'm going to cut this quadrilateral into 2 triangles. You can cut it either way. I'm just going to cut it this way. I really am. So I'm going to cut this quadrilateral into 2 triangles because I have an area formula, which is 1/2 my adjacent times my other adjacent times the sine of my angle. So I've got triangle 1 and triangle 2. Triangle 1's easy. So I've got an angle, I've got my adjacent side, I have my other adjacent side. That's going to work. I have side, angle, side. So, okay, we got work to do. So triangle 1 is going to equal 1/2 my adjacent side, which is my 28, times my other adjacent side, which is my 25, times the sine of 110 degrees. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to do that 0.5 times 28 times 25 times the sine of 110, and I get 328.9. Okay, I'm going to circle that because I'm going to come back to that, okay? Because that's triangle 1. Now triangle 2, all right, we got a little bit of a problem, but we can get this, okay? What we're looking for is my adjacent side. I need my other adjacent side, and I need this angle, which I don't know either one. So first, let's find the adjacent side. Well, I've got side, angle, side. I'm going to set up the law of cosines because I don't have a pair of opposites. So I'm going to go law of cosines. I'll just call this C. Law of cosines, right? Opposite squared equals adjacent squared plus my other adjacent squared minus 2 times my adjacent times my other adjacent times the cosine of my angle. Okay, law of cosines, right? I'm going to put that all in my calculator now. Clear. I'm going to go 28 squared plus 25 squared minus 2 times 28 times 25 times the cosine of 110. And I get this big answer, but that's not C. That's C squared, 1887.8. But to find C, I'll square root. So I'll square root my answer. I get about 43.45, okay? 43.45. What did I find? I found this side. Okay, I found 43.45. So I've got triangle 2. Triangle 2. Triangle 2, I have adjacent and I have adjacent, but I don't have this angle. Oh, shoot, 130 is the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is if I find this angle here, I'm going to call it theta. Then I can subtract from 130 degrees and I'll have that angle. So let's find this angle here, okay? I have opposites. I like that, okay, because I have opposites now. Opposites, okay, and I can find opposites with my law of sines. I like law of sines. It's easier. So let's find theta. So a sine of theta over 25 is equal to sine of 110 over 43.43. Okay, so set my law of sines because I want that angle. Opposites, opposites. I'll multiply by the 25. I'll get sine of theta is equal to the 25 times the sine of 110 all over 43.43. And of course I'll sine inverse that answer. I will. Okay, I'll sine inverse that answer. Okay, again, you can pause this if it gets going too fast. I'm going kind of fast because it won't take it recording, right? Okay, so I'm going to go 25 sine 110, close the parentheses, divided by 43.43, and I get an answer of, I get a decimal. Well, I kind of expected that. So I go sine inverse of that answer, and I get about 32.7. Okay, so theta is about 32.7, okay? All right, so let's go back up with the problem. This angle here, we know now is 32.7. I want this angle here, so I subtract 180 from it. So I'm going to go 180. No, I'm sorry, not 180, my bad. 130 minus my 32.7 will give me this angle here. So I want that angle here. 130 minus my 32.7, and I get about 97.3 for this angle here. Okay, a lot of work, but I have what I want. Okay, a lot of work, but I have my side, angle side. I can find my area, triangle 2. So triangle 2, the area is 1/2. My adjacent, which is 20. My other adjacent, which I found, was 43.43 times the sine of the inclusive angle, 97.3. Okay, so check it out. Let's do this, okay? 0.5 times 20 times 43.43 times the sine of 97.3, and I get an answer of about 430.8. 430.8, and that's triangle 2. Now the total, circle that. Okay, total area. Let's take this and this. So triangle 1, which is 328.9, plus triangle 2, 430.8. Add those together, 328.9 plus 430.8, and I get a grand answer of 759.7, I guess, centimeters squared. All right, highlight that, circle it. Okay, that's what I have. You need to do the homework today and get it done.